Greenhouse number 2, and this is a traditional germinating greenhouse where we have a boiler in a small basement, and we pump water through the system, and that pipe returns it to the boiler to get heated. This is aquaponics. Is a symbiotic relationship between the fish and the plant. The plant filter out the fish waste. I'll put it as simple as I can. The fish give off ammonia, it turns to nitrate or nitrite, and you have to get rid of it, otherwise the fish will die. The same water is being recirculated through the system. One pump operates this system. The rest is gravity. So we're pumping water up on the other end. Gravity takes it through the pea gravel, and the watercress is the plant of choice because watercress is a natural filter plant. So through my research, I found that that's the best plant to use. This system, we grew 10,000 lake perch. And it's important to have the water very high quality water for lake perch, unlike tilapia, which are cichlids that take in food as they breathe. So, so for lake perch, the water quality has to be very good. So that we were very successful in being able to grow 10,000 fish. A similar commercial system with all the filters and the sucking out the waste would cost about $50,000 to grow 10,000 fish. We built this system for $3,000. So that's the difference. So, you know, to go to a bank and say, I want $50,000 to build, I'm going to grow 10,000 fish, is probably not going to get funded, but get funds. We spin the water out of it, and then it goes into this room right here. You can take a quick peek in here. Worm casting. So 8 months ago, this product was food waste and carbon waste, and now it's high quality microbiological compost. So what we do is we fill our pots with compost, we top it off with worm castings, we seed it, and that's what you get. 3 or 4 weeks later, you're ready to harvest. If we have to add nutrients to the product, there's a couple different ways you can add nutrients. One way is to put it on the product that way, or you turn this into a compost tea, which means that you put it into, this is a painter screen, and this leaches out. For every 5 pounds of this material, you can produce 25 gallons of liquid fertilizer that works better than Miracle-Gro. Of course, none of you guys use Miracle-Gro. We use coir instead of peat moss because this is a waste material. This comes from Australia. I bring in a 48-foot container of this material, and then this gets broken down. You can hydrate this in water and it breaks down like this, or you can put it into a shredder like a tree grinder or whatever, it grinds it into this material. So you remix 1 part coir with 1 part worm castings, and that's what's growing all those sprouts and our bedding plants. And this is a great product because kids like using this. It's real clean. You know, it's
fun to break down.
What's that?
It's fun to break down.
Yeah.
Really like to
We buy a lot of seed. I think we're number 10 in the country for Johnny's. What we're doing here, this is a solar pump. The panel is right there in the seed. That's the control panel right there. So we're able to pump water out of here. On a timer down the other end, and the gravity feeds back to this plant. That's beer. That's a slug effect. The plants, actually the water picks up the toxin on the water. You see this is the rubella, and this is the second most captured the compost tea. So there are worms in here breaking down the compost. It takes about 3 months, 3 to 4 months. harvest, keep the worms out, and then we have about 500 pounds of fish butter. We have the capacity to do about 100,000 pounds every 4 months of worm castings that are marketed at $4 a pound and $2 a pound. So there's a lot of money on the back end. So when you start collecting waste, you have to think of the back end rather than the front end. We don't pay for waste, nor do we charge for waste. And the reason we don't do that is because we would get regulated by the DMR. As long as you give it, this system holds about 3,000 to 4,000 pounds of compost, and these worms are here breaking down the compost. This is about 2 months into the process. So they're eating, we add a little bit of waste cornmeal to give them some food during that process, and some bananas. Bananas, they're like microorganisms, worms. They like simple sugars is their favorite food. The reproduction rates are higher when they're able to eat simple sugars. Through my research, I found we've been doing this for 15 years. So we just put these in last night, and you can see already we've caught 2 slugs already.
Couple of drunk slugs.
So they just crawl in there and get drunk and die. Or something like that. This is a modular growing system. We circulate just like the big systems, the same water over and over again. So this is a water conservation system, and that's one of the reasons that these type systems are wanted in places where water is an issue, like Africa and so forth, to be able to grow. In a year, you can grow 250 fish. If you got a 5,000-gallon tank, you can grow 5,000 fish. For every gallon of water, you can grow a fish. That's the general rule. Modular system that is kind of a beginning system for folks that are just learning how to do the fish. It takes about 4 hours to build this system. One pump works the same way as all the other systems. The water's being lifted, going through back into the system. About 300 gallons of water, so you grow about 300 fish. And here we have lake perch, baby lake perch. And the plant is turn all the plants white. So we plant very intensively because we have so much nutrient in our compost. This is closer than 2x2. You hear about Elliott Coleman and all those books that tell you how to plant 2x2. This is closer than 2x2. And the reason we can get away with it is because of our soil that we're able to grow soil. That nutrient rich, and we have the backup nutrient system with our worm casting. But this is spinach, very intensively planted. That's red cabbage that we put in our salad mix. That's Siberian kale. All of these are winter hardy type greens. So they can withstand
A little cooler.
because I figure a person can reach 18 inches to harvest from either side. I've got long arms. I could probably do 4-foot beds, but I'm trying to think of the average person, you know.
Those that are vertically challenged.
Atlas style. And this is the same.
Perfect hoops. We have some kids bending them, and you know, so but it doesn't matter. It works. It's not pretty.
Do you ever get too long where the compost won't, or you have to size the amount of compost you have in here to get the water based on it?
Well, I mean, we could. The mistake we made here was we made these when I had them fill this up.